Intro, Dave. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, guys, we're live. It's Sunday Night Live with the supremely talented, the Mighty Reds TV, Dan Hughes. How are you, Dan?
I'm absolutely fine, mate. As I surmised before, I'm at the mercy of my internet connection. There was a big, massive storm in Liverpool before. It was thunder and lightning and everything. Me Wi-Fi's all gone off, so I'm just relying on my phone connection. How that'll last up, I don't know. And also, as always, when I'm on these shows, everyone will probably know by now, I'm at the mercy of me 2 kids. Last I heard, they were asleep on the couch. At some point, they're going to wake up and they're going to start shouting for me. The mum's in work, so at some point, you're going to hear them shouting and I might have to bail then. But we'll wait and see. Hello, Yusuf.
Yusuf Morsey in the house. How are you, bro? And Jay is in the house too. Jack Mack LFC with the Harvey Elliott haircut. What's going on, Jackie boy?
I don't rock it as good as Harvey anyway, but I'll try my best. But yeah, no, it's boss to speak to Dan anyway, and you, Dave. Pleasure as always, and thank you for letting us come on, mate. And hopefully everyone in the comment section below, and if you're watching it on repeat, having a lovely night anyway. But yeah, can't wait to get stuck into tonight's show. Well,
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lovely mix show. We're going to obviously talk about Liverpool because it's a Liverpool fan channel, but we're going to talk about crisps, chocolate bars. I know, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan is like,
I better load it.
Now you're talking. Now you are talking.
Crisp, chocolate bars, music, your favorite TV shows, cartoons, that type of stuff. So, guys, we start off with a bit of Liverpool stuff first, I suppose. It is a Liverpool channel. And Leicester City fan channel is in the house. Evening, lad.
Hello,
I'll tell you what, Leicester City are having a good window at the moment, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, I've just seen that before.
What's going on there?
Window.
Wow.
Yeah, are we not too bad fans anyway?
I'll tell you, Pilkington would be proud of their window.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, bloody hell, Dave. We're only a minute in here.
Oh, yeah, baby. We're kicking it off nicely. I'll tell you what, okay. Liverpool.
Hello,
Moattez Mahoud is in. I just came here to say I hate Mo Salah and let him sell it in the summer.
Controversial.
What a start. What a start to the show, baby.
You blocked Moattez.
No, he's always on. I think he really loves Mo. I think he's a big poster over his bed of Mo Salah, so I wouldn't be worried there. John Moore is in the house. Hi, guys. Hope you're all well. Be looking forward to this chat to cheer us up in hospital. Oh, wow.
I feel John. I feel a bit nervous now. I feel like I'm under pressure to cheer this sick man up. John, I'll do my best, mate.
They'll always be cheered up on this channel.
Yeah, John, keep us updated, mate. I know.
Yeah.
Our DMs are always open anyway.
John Downey in the house. How are you, John? Hopefully you're well. Eamon Kelly. Hope it's all well.
On the boys.
Oh my God! Look who's in the house. Agent Johnny Gooch. Oh my God.
Right, Johnny.
There's loads in today. If I feel that nervous here. I feel a bit under pressure.
You are. You are. Okay, so we'll start off with Liverpool first. Obviously, I seen the thing today about Saul Miguez off Atletico Madrid. You see that, Jack? Did you, Dan?
Yeah.
I don't know where. Listen, rumors, Fleetwood Mac albums. You know yourself. I take them with a little. That was a great album, by the way. I just take them with a pinch of salt and a bit of pepper. But I do like him. 25-year-old Spanish international. I would love him at the club. But what do you think about him, Jack?
Yeah, he's a player that's dominated European football over the last couple of years. He's very versatile, I'll tell you that. He can play definitely down the right. Not as a winger, but more or less as if you were playing a 4-4-2 or something really that an orthodox or like a 3-5-2 or something. Yeah. He's very versatile. He can play centre mids, CDM as well if needed. But yeah, he's been hugely impressive, obviously helping Atletico Madrid. I think he won 2 league titles when he's been there in La Liga, and obviously he played quite well when we've played him in Atletico in the past anyway. But yeah, he suits. I could see it. I can understand if Liverpool did pursue that deal down the line. He's very much a versatile player, and you have to be, as Dan had probably mentioned as well, Will, and you, Dave, and everyone at home. We need the more versatile a player is, the more utilised he can be in a Jurgen Klopp system anyway.
Well, we know that Klopp loves Transformers, the cartoon, because all his players literally can turn into anything, any position. So the thing about it is, Dan, I know you love European football, and you're an expert. He loves European football. But I'm sure you know about Saul Miguez. He's a centre midfield. He can play anywhere across the middle. He's only 25. I thought he was older than that.
Yeah, I thought he's been older than that. But
I think Jack just summed it up perfectly. And what I mean by that is I haven't got a clue about him. Talk to me about Fleetwood Mac. Talk to me about Fleetwood Mac, and I'm interested.
I love it. I'll tell you what, we might go on to Fleetwood Mac now in a minute, but that was Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies. Okay, well, that's what we got here. Channel. Do you know what? They signed your man Bertrand on a free. That was a good signing, Leicester City.
Signing, mate. Champions League winner, of course.
Yeah, I mean, that was a proper signing.
Have a little signing him.
Yeah, I think Brendan Rodgers has they have the checkbook out there. Another thing as well, the pre-season back in training on the 12th of July. Ibrahim Kanate is obviously coming back. Kanate is coming back for Liverpool next week. We get back into it already, guys. We're back in the full swing. I know the pre-seasons won't be the same as the past few years. Like last year, there was no real pre-season last year. I think we're playing Glasgow Rangers. I think we're playing Stephen Gerrard's Rangers. Is that right?
There's been some talk of it, but I don't believe it's been fully announced yet, has it? But there was talk of it. I know Doug was talking about maybe he might come down and get down for it, and that'd be good if he does. But I don't think it's been announced yet, has it?
I've seen a bit on it. It's not officially announced. Haven't seen that on Liverpool FC website. Put it that way.
No, I think it'll probably be the last Saturday, won't it? That sounds like a big sort of prestige, sort of friendly, doesn't it? That they'll have at Anfield the week before the season starts proper, so they can do all the testing on the turnstiles and the tickets and all that sort of stuff. Because it's been a while, hasn't it, since he had a full house, so I presume that'll be what they'll go for. And obviously, if they know Gerrard's involved, they'll get a full capacity crowd.
Well, speaking of full houses, I know you are a bit different in the UK than we are over here in Ireland. We're not fully open yet like yous are. You're probably about 4 weeks ahead of us. It looks like yous are opening up on the 19th of July fully, is it? I've heard something, I was reading something today about it. You won't even have to wear masks. What the hell is going on over there?
No, that's what they're saying, aren't they? But I mean, I personally think it's crazy. I mean, why keep wearing the masks, you know what I mean? It's not really much to ask, is it, to keep wearing it, and do it a bit more slowly.
Especially on the bus and stuff like that. You're not going to wear a mask on the bus,
but we still need to operate with a more of a softly approach. But yeah, as you said, it does look like there's going to be full capacity crowds, doesn't it, for the start of the season? I read that the other day in the paper. But of course, who knows? This thing could kick off again.
Yeah.
So we're at the mercy of it, aren't we?
Well, this Delta variant looks dodgy at the moment, doesn't it? But
Delta taxi or something.
But listen, we don't want to be controversial on here, Jack. I'll tell you what we got to be careful with as well. Obviously, we want to talk
of COVID. We want to talk about football.
Yeah. No, listen. We have to have COVID in somewhere because unfortunately it's the way of our lives the last 2 years and will be for at least another 2 or 3. Yeah. So we got to get used to it. It's just there. It's there. Another thing I was reading today about Liverpool. So we're obviously hoping to have the crowds back. And I mean, a full Anfield, even a 80-70% full Anfield is a thing to behold, of course. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Because you've seen the Euros, guys, what it's like having crowds. I mean, it's a different bloody game, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I say the two of you boys are happy with England at the moment.
You're joking, aren't you? I'm just
two Scousers here, Dave. Come on.
No, listen.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
People from Liverpool generally, or a lot of Liverpool fans don't like the England team. But listen, I'm not going to be churlish about it. If other people are enjoying it, good luck to them. Good luck to England. But I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for the next game that they get absolutely turned over.
Yeah, listen, I'm only joking. Of course, I know the history and everything. I'm Irish, for God's sake. You having a joke, are you? But yeah, listen, I'll tell you what, they've played well, though. I mean, I know it was only Ukraine. To be fair, they should beat Ukraine, and they did.
Mate, 4-0's 4-0. You can't knock it. And
4-0's
not conceded the goal. Not conceded the goal in 5 games.
And you've got Pickford in goal. How the hell?
Tyrannosaurus Rex in goal. Yeah. The European teams mustn't realise you just need to aim somewhere near the top of the goal, and you can't reach anywhere near the crossbar, and it'll be a goal.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But I mean, he did make a mistake last night, and he didn't get punished. But in a big game like Denmark now, it's Wednesday to play Denmark at Wembley, which is a home against, and it's the finals in Wembley. I mean, they're never going to get a better chance. Never, ever going to get a better chance to win it.
Yeah, it's good to see Hendo score on it, boys, in chat.
Lovely header.
It's good to see, as much as what everyone thinks about England and everyone has different viewpoints. Like, I don't sit there with an England top on. I haven't even worn one since I was about 5 back in the day. But yeah, it was great. I'm loving Henderson's passion. he doesn't see how much it means for him. And I tell you, if he adds the Euros to his illustrious career that he's already have as well, alongside the Premier League and the Champions League, then that would be fantastic for him. And it's great. I'm happy. What was it? We've had Shaqiri, who else? Henderson, Thiago. They've more or less been the last three to play in the Euros. Is it, chat as well?
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. The less all of our players on the international stage play, the quicker they come back for Liverpool, and a bit more of a holiday they have as well.
Yeah, and we might sign one or two of them, especially a nice Italian would be nice, wouldn't it? But have you been watching it, Dan? I should presume you've been watching some of the games, have you?
I've checked in and out of it. I'll be honest, I haven't watched much of it. The odd little game, I watched a bit of last night's game, and obviously once it went to 2-3-0, I just flicked it off then, because it was over and done with. But I haven't watched loads. I'll probably watch Wednesday, and if there's and obviously whatever the final is, I'll watch that game as well.
Yeah, no, I've been watching it. Any type of football on, I'll have it on the background. I'll definitely watch it. And Leicester Fan Channel, check it out on YouTube. A top football content. Leicester City fan, of course. Community Shield tickets have gone up on. Oh yeah, sure. Leicester City play Man City in the Community Shield, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What date is that? The league starts on the 14th. We play Norwich away at Carrow Road, which will be a nice, tasty one for Delia Smith to cook up something beautiful.
No. I think it's like the 2nd or 5th. I think it might be August.
Is it normally? I'm not saying it is, but it's normally the weekend before.
Always
the Premier League season starts.
Always the Sunday before, isn't it? The Sunday before.
Yeah, it's normally that weekend, yeah.
Yeah. No, listen, I just can't wait to get back into it. As you say, we've Norwich City. Like there was a thing, Liverpool FC put a thing up on Twitter today. Which game are the Reds looking forward to? And I said the first one. You know what I mean? I just want the bloody first one. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Yeah. Because that's going to be a tough game, guys. Norwich, did you get Mason Mount on loan, I think, for the season?
Gilmore.
Norwich City. Barry Gilmore. He's a proper young lad, that fella. And he's Scottish international.
Yeah, he's a really good player, isn't he?
Wow, he is a proper player, yeah. Well, as I say, we're not going to stick around on football too long. We're actually going to mix this up, baby.
Now you're talking, Dave.
Good evening, Dave, and the Reds from John.
Hello, John Mac.
How are you, Johnny boy? Hopefully you are well.
Fowler. Look at his picture. It's the Fowler celebration, the classic.
The famous on the line, doing lines. Yeah,
No. Let's get it right. He was eating the grass.
Yeah.
Copying Rigobert's song celebration. That was what Gerard Houllier.
That's what it was.
God bless his soul said, wasn't he? He'd learned it off Rigobert's song. It was eating the grass in Cameroon.
He's getting his greens in anyway.
Yeah. Doug, from the Dugout Football Channel, Doug, you can pop on if you want, but you have to be good at chocolate bars and crisps to come on this show. You've got to be good, baby.
Come on, get on, Doug.
Doug, I will send you a link, so in the next minute or two you can pop on if you so desire. Guys, there's not a huge amount of football to talk about. We're actually going to mix it. We're 13 minutes in. Unlucky for some, but lucky for the comments, because we're actually going to chat about something which I like. I know Dan likes that. Jackie boy is a pure football boy, so he. I
love chocolate after lockdown, lad. It's helped me. I needed a bit of weight on me anyway, but
all right.
It has helped.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to talk about, and Dan knows about this. I want to know your favorite chocolate bar as a kid. Now, when you're a kid as a chocolate bar, it's different to when you're grown up. Am I right saying that? It's a different chocolate bar. It usually is. No?
Well, yeah, I mean, the main difference is, Dave, is the name.
Yeah.
Do you remember marathons?
Yeah,
Snicker,
right, dude.
Jack, I don't know how old you are. You might not remember that.
26.
Snickers used to be called. Yeah, you won't remember Snickers being called marathons, will you?
Oh no. When did you change that?
No, but
1856.
The other thing was, Jack, you should have seen Curly Whirlies back in the 80s. They were about 3 foot long. Now they're like these little tiny things.
Yeah, Dan, they weren't 3 foot long. It's just that you were smaller. So you know what I mean? You're probably half the height you are now, so it looked like 3 foot. But
maybe.
Do you know what bar I love? And I don't know whether you got it in the UK or not. Actually, you did get it in the UK. Turkish Delight.
Oh, I like that. I know a lot of people.
Do you know the little Turkish Delight? I used to absolutely small little bar?
Never. Yeah, in the little purple shiny wrapper, weren't they? Never ever thought to ever have one. You know what they remind me of? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because little Edmund gets seduced, doesn't he, by the White Queen or whatever her name is, with some Turkish delight.
Yeah. Right, we got Doug from the Doug Football Channel in the house. He's sitting in the green room. He's eating Turkish delight. Let's go. How are you, Doug?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. We're mixing it up here. We're talking about football, chocolate bars, and crisps. So I'll ask Doug because he's just come on. I like Turkish delight. I've always liked it. I have another bar as well. But what's your favorite chocolate bar?
Oh, well, I think when I was younger, it was probably Karamak because that was like the.
Oh yes.
No,
oh yes, I would.
Right, Churchill, sorry,
But see, now I would say probably. I would probably say a dairy milk with caramel. I like caramels.
Sorry, guys, Klopp is ringing me. I just got to take this. Continue.
Oh, that's I'm gonna go. Oh,
hello.
You're actually on.
Yeah.
Maybe you might do.
Go on, Jack. Carry on. I'll be yours, mate.
I'll be back in a while. Be back.
Yeah, I'll go with.
It's okay.
I'm gonna be boring. A crunchy.
Always rings me. Rings me at dodgy times, Klopp. Anyway, sorry, we're back.
Crunchy. I like a crunchy. I can sit and eat crunchies like all the time. Obviously, Karamak, a Lion bar.
Oh,
they're quite elegant, aren't they? And,
you're only allowed to pick one.
It's lockdown, lads. I'm allowed to pick them all.
Like a fucking selection box.
Yeah, if you had to pick one, it'd have to be a crunchy. I know it's boring, everyone apologies.
Dan is revving up here. He's ready to rock. Look, come on, Danny.
I'm ready to rock because we've already discussed it, haven't we? I am a chocolate connoisseur, but only milk chocolates. Just plain milk chocolates. It can be dairy milk. It can be swirl. Anything like that, and it has to be in the fridge. If it's warm, it just knocks me sick. But as regards you, Jack, would you, what was it, crunchy? Oh my God, they are vile, mate. They're disgusting.
On a Friday,
do you not like crunchies, lad?
They're disgusting. They are absolutely bottom tier chocolates, and the worst one of all is Bounty.
Oh yeah, no, Bounty. No,
Bounty.
I think
you know at Christmas when you get loads of the box. I was going to say, Jack, you know at Christmas when you get loads of the and you just have loads of Bounties.
The Bounty to last.
Oh, mate, the vile.
The people that eat Bounties and pineapple on pizza should be in jail.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me. I'm already out of jail. Bounties were my second favourite bar, and I love a pineapple Hawaiian pizza. Sorry, Jack. You're gone.
Sorry if you like pineapple.
I love Bounties. Yeah. Okay, we'll mix it up now. We actually crisps, like crisps as in chips or crisps, whatever you call them. So we do different crisps over here. We do have Walkers and all those type of crisps, but what type of crisp do you like? I like plain. We call them Tato crisps over here, King crisps.
I go sour cream.
Hunky Dories. Pringles.
Sour cream Pringles.
Yeah, the sour cream Pringles, yeah.
The green one.
Yeah.
Doug,
I got that.
You're keeping quiet here.
I love crisps. I absolutely love crisps. But I would have to say my two favourites are probably Worcestershire sauce and prawn cocktail.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my! He's going nuclear on us. Oh my God! Okay, guys, do you know what I'm going to ask you? It's a nice trivia question, sort of a quick one, right? You're going out Friday night with your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, and she turns around and says, "Jim, okay, we're going out. You pick the restaurant. Where are we going, baby?" Dan.
Oh, well, it depends, really, doesn't it? What the occasion would be.
That's just no occasion. It's not any anniversary or anything. It's just we're going out on the cuff. Bang.
The longer you're with your lady or your partner, whatever, the more you can treat it. But if it's like a 1 month thing, then take some mackies or something. But
that is one of the last places I would go to is McDonald's.
Yeah. If she's been with me for a while, she deserves being treated. So
McDonald's, fuck's sake. Dan, you're not getting away with this one. What do you think?
No, as I say, if it was an occasion or something, I go to somewhere nice, but it was just like a general sort of meal. They have a gaff up here in Liverpool. Jack might know. I don't think the chains, so I think they're just Liverpool. They have a place called Death Row Diner and a place called Patterson's where they do like amazing chicken, burgers, onion rings, all that sort of stuff, dips.
Yes.
And I'd go there anytime. Went there last Sunday for something sweet, I think it was. And I was still thinking about, I had this big, massive chicken burger, chips with all this like sauce on and all that. And then he brought the onion rings out, right? And I thought it was going to be like 5 onion rings. And it was like this big basket of them. That was Patterson's in Liverpool. If anyone from Patterson's in Liverpool is watching, I'm promoting your show. Send me some vouchers and I will come back in anytime you want. That, just in case anyone, that's Patterson's Liverpool.
I'll tell you what, I don't know whether you know, there's a guy on YouTube, I think it's Rate My Takeaway, his name. And he's a Leeds United fan, I think, from Yorkshire. Big, he goes around, he has his own little portable table and chair, and he sits outside, say, a chipper or a restaurant, orders the food, sits out, your man with the camera, and he's there eating it. He's huge views, nearly 250,000 for every bloody little Rate My Takeaway video he does. Everyone, every single one.
What the hell?
But I'll tell you, do you know what I like? I like a nice Chinese meal, a nice curry, a nice simple fried rice, chicken curry, a chicken sweet corn soup starter, maybe a house white wine, standard prawn crackers, the standard stuff. That do me. Beautiful, baby. Yeah. Jackie boy, you're thinking there, no KFC here tonight now.
No, I was only taking the Mickey before. One second.
Yeah.
Oh, any steak place really that does a decent steak. There's a place in Liverpool. Do you know where, Dan? Do you know the one by, is it Coyote Ugly on Queen Square? Like not Queen Square. Concert Square. There's a lovely steak gaff down by there. I forgot it. If you know the place, I'm gonna try and get it up now. But if you're ever in and around Liverpool, anyone, that's probably one of my favorite steak places. You can get like burgers and that, but I think they have like their own home, like you take in their own steaks and that. So I try and find it now.
Cool.
Steak, proper steak.
Doug, you're up.
Well, me and Rebecca have like 2 favorite places we go to, and constantly we go to. One is Hard Rock Cafe, and the others is TGI Fridays. And I tell you something, TGI Fridays has like biggest cups that you can actually have a cocktail in. So I order a couple of cocktails for us, and I'm just thinking, yeah, it's going to be in a small glass. It is this big.
European cup.
Yeah. So it is. I would recommend TGI Fridays or Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, do you know what, Dan? Go back to that name of that restaurant place you're talking about. What's it called? Death Row Cafe?
Well, there's one called Death Row Diner.
I love that name.
It's based on when you're on death row.
Your last meal, yeah.
Your last meal. So basically, people ask for some strange things, don't they? So it's based on that, and like you get a burger, and it comes out with like a lollipop stuck in it. Because like someone must have asked for lollipop in the burger, to skewer it.
Well, here you go. What would be your last meal?
Oh, if I had to have the last meal, mate, my ultimate favourite meal is chip shop food.
Okay, fish and chips.
Yeah, it'd have to be chip shop food. My girlfriend works part-time in one, so I'm absolutely in heaven. That's why we've been together 10 years. So yeah, if I was on death row, mind you, death row's only in America, isn't it? So really, if you'd asked them for fish and chips, probably something rubbish would come out, wouldn't it? But if it was in England, proper English fish and chips, that'd do me all day. Carton of curry, some bread.
Yeah, for me, there has to be a steak, a medium well, with the onions and the mushrooms and the pepper sauce and the chips or mash, whatever. Oh, wow, has to be for me. Jackie boy?
My mum's Sunday roast, I love it.
She's watching.
Mum, you better be getting David's views in. Come on, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, obviously, hopefully yous come round in the future, boys, and obviously everyone. I think we're meant to have the tent up in the garden for if obviously COVID hit and all that. But yeah, my mum's Sunday roast. I think when you taste Brenda's Sunday roast, you'll understand. My ma's Sunday roast. She does a cheeky scram there, like.
Doug, you've been out for a few meals recently, haven't you? So I'm going to ask you. So, I mean, I'm a steak and chips, that type of thing. But to be honest, I'd eat that and it wouldn't bother me. But what would you?
Anything Chinese, really. I love prawn toast. That's a personal favorite of mine. And another personal favorite is just sweet and sour chicken. I absolutely love Chinese food.
Yeah.
But see if it was like Italian, it would either be spaghetti carbonara, spaghetti bolognese, or a pizza.
Yeah, spaghetti carbonara. Oh yes.
Yeah, carbonara. Yeah, it's nice. Bit too creamy now. Bit too creamy for me, but. Right, I'll tell you what. That's enough. You're making me hungry now.
I was going to say, Dave, that's what happens. Everyone at home's probably starved as well.
I'll tell you what. I want you to pick one movie. I'm going to give you a decade, and you pick a movie from that decade, okay? That you like, obviously. Now, I know Jack and Doug are a bit younger than me and you. I'm probably the eldest here, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure you know. I know Dan knows his movies and stuff. Probably Doug does too, and Jack. So we'll start with the 80s. We won't go back too far. So we'll start with the 80s. Favorite movie from the 80s? One of mine would be Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters, the first one.
Brilliant film, mate.
What an absolute film. I don't care remaking, it's bullshit. The original, I noticed the new one, Afterlife, out and stuff. I haven't seen that yet, but the original Ghostbusters, even number 2 wasn't bad, but number 1 Ghostbusters for me. Dan,
awesome,
80s,
mate.
80s.
Well, the 80s, mate, it's got to have been for me the best ever decade for films. There's so many great films.
Yeah.
So like Gremlins, The Goonies, Back to the Future. But my favourite film is from a franchise that didn't start in the 80s, started in the 70s. But my favourite film,
Godfather.
No, Rocky IV.
Oh,
that is just iconic.
Actually, one of Klopp's favourite, Klopp's favourite movie, I think, is actually Rocky, mate, the first one.
I remember he said when he took over at Liverpool, Liverpool were going toe-to-toe with City, he said, I told all the players,
to watch the movie.
We had to be Rocky to their Drago, but he said all the players were that young. He didn't really get the reference, but I was like proper charged up for it when he said it. I love it. It's one of them films, right? If I'm like flicking through, I don't actually know if that music's on it actually, but it has got an iconic score. But if I'm flicking through and I see it on, I start watching it, and it's brilliant. And there's a montage scene where Rocky starts training. He's out in Russia, and it's got this brilliant music on called "Hearts on Fire." And I'll be doing like press ups and all that in my living room, and I'm like, "That's it. I'm getting fit. This is it. I'm getting mass." And then it's inspirational. It's best film ever, Rocky IV.
Yeah, it is brilliant. Actually, the whole 4 of them aren't bad. It's unusual to have a big, 4 or 5 films and they're all good. It's very rare.
Mad the story, obviously, in it, Dan, and everyone that's seen it. He took that script to Rocky to so many executives and producers, and he got rejected by so many big production houses. And then, obviously, when he eventually picked them up, because he wanted to be starring the main man, and everyone was like, "No, we want someone else." But obviously, whoever took him on, the rest is history, as you do say.
Yeah, we're making everyone hungry here.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, just goes to show you've got to keep on. If you've got a dream, keep on with it. Because apparently before that, he was a star in some porn films, wasn't he? So I believe Sylvester Stallone. That's how he's got to do what you got to do to get paid, haven't you?
Yeah. If you're good at it.
Did you, John or Dan? Remember that film Scum, the one in the Borstal?
Oh, of course, I've seen that with a very young Ray Winston.
That's right, and the one where he's playing pool and he gets the pool balls in the sock.
The pool balls in the sock, and he hits him over the head and he goes, "I'm the daddy now."
Whack, yeah. Back to the Future, of course. Back to the Future was absolutely brilliant, as we all know. I'm nostalgic, and I don't like huge amount of 2, 3, 4, 5 films. Like you're talking about Rocky, I usually just like the first one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unless it's a story to be told, like the Lord of the Rings, you'll get away with it. That type of thing. I know, Doug. We'll talk about the 90s now in a minute, but Doug, 80s for you. It's probably, I know you're a bit younger, but there has to be some films in the 80s you like.
Yeah. Is anyone into gangster movies?
Hmm.
1985. Robert De Niro.
That was
Sean
Scarface.
Connery. The Untouchables.
Oh, the Untouchables.
yeah.
Oscar winner.
Absolutely love that film. Absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant cinematography. And I actually did that film for I think it was either first or second year English, and I absolutely loved it. So I keep watching it.
Brilliant.
Absolutely love
it. Yeah, that's a top film.
Did Sean Connery get an Oscar for that? I'm pretty sure he got an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
I think he did. Yeah.
Google it, baby. Google it. As we're talking to Jack, because I know Jack loves the 80s, but Jack, what would you 80s style?
Yeah, I've just had a couple of lists over here. The Thing, remember that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, John Carpenter.
That was scary. That
Such a great
was
film.
Scary. We're going to talk about scary. We're going to talk about scary films as well, guys.
Yeah,
that's a different. You know what I mean?
Was Return of the Jedi 1980s or am I?
70s.
Yeah, that would have been 80s.
Was it?
Or 85, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, wasn't it? Wasn't as late as 87.
Oh, it was, because wasn't Star Wars 77 or something?
Yeah.
Like, the other one was about 79, 80.
Yeah. Well, if I have to pick my favourite, it'd have to be possibly The Shining, Stanley Kubrick. Anyway,
here's Johnny.
Probably
Here's Johnny. Yeah. We're going to talk about scary movies, guys. That's a different level. That's a different level.
No, we have to pick one of them. It's studied film anyway, Dave. So I've literally got so many selections of great films. But yeah, Shining for me.
I mean, me picking the 80s as a decade, you're right, Dan. There's too many films to pick. I mean, you could
so
pick
many.
20. You could probably pick 20. I mean, Goonies. We can't brush over Goonies as well. I mean, hey, you guys. I mean, that's just unbelievable. The music too. I think Cyndi Lauper had a few songs in that. It's just. That's the thing about the 80s, though, wasn't it? The music. I think that's the decade of the soundtrack, where the soundtrack became, the likes of Top Gun and stuff like that. The soundtrack was really better than the movie. The soundtrack,
Such a great filmmaking. Stand By Me as well. Was that in the 80s?
Oh,
yeah,
late 80s. Yeah, that was. Listen, there's too many. Yeah. Okay, we'll stick with the 80s then, I suppose. Well, horror movies in the 80s. Now, I think the Thing is just, that's a crazy. I wouldn't even watch that now. That's scary shit. You know what I mean? But some of them, you look back on them and they're not as scary as they were when you were a kid watching them, type of thing. That looks fake. Even Salem's Lot. I know it's late 70s, but I don't know whether you remember Salem's Lot, the one with David. The vampires in. Oh my God, the Master. Remember the Master? Say hello to the Master. That is just.
When was The Exorcist out? Was that 1970s?
70s.
Yeah. That was when that got released. That was mad. That was people were fighting in the theaters. The
Amityville Horror as well. I think around the same time. The Amityville Horror. But I mean, I think they're more psychological now. The movies, aren't they? They're more scary. They're not as like they were in the 70s or 80s. I just thought the Boogeyman. Do you remember the Boogeyman? I think it was early 80s. Jeez. Your man was underneath the bed. And every time your man would go to sleep, I would see the hand coming under I wouldn't go to sleep. I'd sleep in the top bunk. I was sleeping in the top bunk. Oh, I was shitting myself watching the thing. But, right, guys, 80s. What's he saying here? Dave, the killer clowns is John. What, the killer? Scary killer clowns?
Yeah.
Well, that was the original one, was it? The original one in the 80s.
There was an original TV miniseries, wasn't it? And then it's been remade as a proper film a couple of years ago, which is pretty good as well, actually.
Yeah. How could we forget E.T., I suppose? Oh, my God.
Oh, that made me cry as a kid. Still does now. That is so devastating.
Watership Down made me cry. Yeah. That was in the 70s now with the rabbits. Remember Watership Down?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, my God. That was...
Apparently they can't show that anymore because it's really, really... cruel in animals or something for what I've heard or anything. But
it's pretty graphic though. Have you not seen it? It's pretty graphic for a cartoon, and it's got this that sad music, hasn't it, by Art Garfunkel? I won't do the impression. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It didn't see it to your eye, doesn't it?
It's a brilliant song though. It's a top class
song. Bright eyes.
I thought you said you could sing.
Hey, I can sing. I can't sing that. Mate, like falsetto or something.
It's
It's
brilliant. Yeah.
incredible.
No, it is. It's an absolutely brilliant. Do you know what? Beverly Hills Cop. Oh my God. Wow.
No,
Beverly Hills
what a
Cop. What a
soundtrack
movie
that
that was. What a soundtrack. What was it? Jan Hammer?
Think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Miami Vice. One of my favorites. Miami. Crockett and Tubbs. Now you're talking, baby. Oh, Miami Vice.
So horror films. It's the thing, like, obviously I've chatted to everyone. Like, I just wish they'd make it's that added in it though. Like the everyone's been a bit like the way horror movies now. I think thriller films are a lot more better. Like the suspense within cinemas or when you be watching.
Oh, Lost Boys. Yeah, that's a good one.
Lost Boys. You have the soundtrack as well. That's what makes it.
One of Kiefer Sutherland's best films, I think, since he did.
Yeah.
And obviously we all know Kiefer Sutherland from 24 and that, but yeah, The Lost Boys, that was a great movie.
Do you remember Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh, yeah, Freddy.
Yeah, the back in the day.
Freddy Krueger. Oh,
I wish I could go back in time and watch that in the cinema when it would just run like first come out.
What was this one? Freddy Coffee?
No.
I think that was 90s, wasn't it? Was that Tom Green? It was on them like gross out stoner films, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rating on that one. Police Academy 2.
Don't remember that. I remember the first Police Academy.
Yeah, it's very good, yeah. And your man that could do all the noises.
Yeah, he's brilliant, wasn't he?
Oh, he was fantastic.
Oh, it's brilliant, he was. But Everton winning the title in '85, that made me cry. That was scary. That was scary, actually. That's the scariest movie of the '80s.
Raging Bull as well. Oh, yeah.
Raging Bull.
I remember that. What a film. There's been so many. I think, that period's probably the best for cinema.
Crazy,
really,
yeah.
It's De Niro, isn't it? Raging Bull. De Niro?
Yeah. Oh, what a film. Absolutely. Do you remember Sylvester Stallone? What was it called? First Blood. The Rambo trilogy or whatever. First Blood, where he's being hunted in the forest. That is just
The new one of that was interesting, wasn't it?
What?
It was.
He went over to South America somewhere, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was that Johnny Depp that did the Rambo? Or am I completely thinking?
Sylvester Stallone.
I find it funny when he goes to Goodison Park and just holds up his flag, his scarf.
Yeah. Hey, Doug, I've just got on to what you're thinking of. You're thinking of Rango.
Aye.
With Johnny Depp. It's like the little lizard man thing. But no, Rambo's like an action film where he's a Vietnam War veteran.
Yeah.
90s. What do you think of The Matrix? I thought The Matrix was just different level when it came out.
Yeah.
Did you like it, Dan?
Yeah, of course did. Yeah, it's an absolute classic, isn't it? I think Quentin Tarantino said if they hadn't made the sequels, which he thought spoiled, that would have been his favourite film ever. And if it's good enough for him, mate, it's good enough for me. You know what I mean? Absolutely classic.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. What a film! What a film!
I tell you a good '90s film. Mrs. Doubtfire. Robin Williams.
Oh yeah. What an actor Robin Williams was.
I didn't really like that. I didn't like Robin Williams as an actor. Actually,
Did you not?
He's more of a comedian. No, I liked him as a comedian. He was a stand-up originally. Just didn't see the pull across.
I think with him, he was quite zany, wasn't he? So if you wouldn't have liked him, you didn't like him. You know what I mean? He's quite 100 mile an hour, wasn't he, with jokes?
Yeah, he's a bit like me, actually. I should have liked him. Maybe we just don't like him that much. But do you know what he was good in, though? He was good in the one where he's the professor. He's with He's with Matt Damon. He's with Matt Damon. He's a genius. Yeah, do you know the one I'm talking about?
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
Goodwill Hunting. He's very
good
at that. What a film that is. That's a 90s, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fight Club as well. Pulp Fiction. There's so many.
Silence of the Lambs. Oh, that was.
I knew that was coming.
That was quite scary. That was. Demolition Man also says Mick Moran.
Oh, Demolition Man's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Elad Schuff ended up copying Wesley Snipes' haircut in it, didn't he? When he played for Liverpool.
I'm just having a look.
No movie in the 90s can beat Shawshank Redemption. That's a top.
Oh, that's
in everybody's top 10.
That's top
That's
tier.
different
That.
level.
Yeah, top tier.
That's
film,
top
that.
tier, yeah.
Yeah.
That's top of the range.
The Fifth Element I enjoyed. Obviously, was he when I was younger? When I watched that, I was quite impressed. I just loved the way it was like set out. It was probably not the best in terms of acting and that, but I fully enjoyed that one. Like.
Oh, look at this! Die Hard, great 80s Christmas film, says Rory.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't think it's a Christmas film, but actually, I think it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a Christmas film.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Film. I'll tell you another good Christmas film. See, the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Dudley Moore.
Yeah,
Tim Allen?
I like them. That was a good one.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Do you remember the Santa Claus with Dudley Moore, Dan? Going back
Yeah,
in
I went to see it.
movie.
I went to see it at the cinema, mate, with like my mum and dad. It must have only been 4 or 5 or whatever. Yeah, Dudley Moore.
He was the head elf for some money.
Yeah, he gets sacked. They don't listen to his ideas, do they? And he comes to Earth. And
you can't go wrong with Muppets Christmas Carol either.
Yeah,
1992. That's a cracker.
Home Alone, for God's sake.
Oh, God.
Home Alone.
Yeah,
The fourth
Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 as well.
Yeah, but Home Alone 2 isn't bad, actually. The one with the pigeon.
That's good.
Yeah. I see this one from Domestic Butler. What about Groundhog Day? We've already talked about that, have we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That was when we didn't have a centre back and Jürgen was kicking off. Jürgen on the last day of the transfer window.
I have one here from Domestic Butler. What about Groundhog Day?
We've already talked about that one, haven't we?
I think so. Yeah, we saw. Yeah.
We'll move on. I love that.
Have you
Indiana
seen Seven?
Jones. Who?
Have you seen Seven? Obviously,
That was with Brad Pitt.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Morgan
What's
Freeman.
in the box? What's in the box?
Scary. That's scary. That's scary. That is the serial killer. Serial killer. Yeah. Oh my God.
I like films that don't explain the ending, and then you have to make your own idea of how the film ended.
That was like that book. That was like that book you got in the 80s. I don't know whether you remember it, Dan. You used to get a book and make up your own ending. You read it.
I remember the ones where like choose your own adventure books.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You'd go one way or the other.
You finish it.
Yeah.
Just answer to Mick. Wesley Snipes was hilarious. Remember every time he swore, you are fined 1 credit for assault for what violation? What was it?
I don't know, but you used to get the little
for violation of the verbal morality statute. Yeah.
And then Sylvester Stallone needed some toilet paper, didn't he? Because they didn't use toilet paper, so he starts swearing and gets a load out and then goes to use the toilets.
Oh, fuck, folks.
Leon as well. Have you seen that, the French film?
Yeah, man. Brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
So.
Thanks, Mick. Fair play, chip. Old and proud, baby. Well, here's a classic, guys. Come on. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
It was a classic for teachers on the.
Yeah, it's everybody's dream. It's everybody's dream to go on the Mitch or on the bunk or whatever you call it.
Is it Matthew Broderick?
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. Remember him when? Actually, the first film I saw Matthew Broderick in was The Lion King.
Oh yeah, the voice wasn't he of the young Simba, wasn't he in the original one? Yeah.
Oh, how come we haven't forgot that Heat? Remember that?
Heat.
Yeah,
that was a very long film. Like the director's cut for that. Jesus.
They're all coming in here. They're all coming in here. Look at this, Men in Black. I wasn't mad about Men in Black.
The first one.
Will Smith.
First 2, I would say were good. The third one is disappointing, and then I've not actually seen the one with the girls. But yeah, first 2 were good for me, but the third one lacked something.
White Men Can't Jump, says John.
90s, I'd say early 90s. If I was guessing, I'd say about
90s.
92 for that.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson in it, Wesley Snipes, is it?
What year was Never Ending Story? Was that
Never
80s or
80s,
90s?
80s, because I remember that. Lamal sung the song. Never ending story. Brilliant.
I'll be honest, I
Lovely
was disappointed with that because it said it was the never ending story, but it only lasted an hour and a half. So
No, it's still going on. Look on YouTube. Okay, Terminator every day.
Yeah, brilliant.
The first one.
I think both. I think Terminator
1
2
and
is
2, yeah.
probably. I thought you were going to ask me what was my favourite film of the 90s, and I was going to say Terminator 2. It's incredible. What a film that is.
We're going to ask you now.
I suppose the 90s are remembered for the worst Star Wars film ever, The Phantom Menace.
Oh Jesus Christ! I think that nearly ruined the whole bloody thing. That's the one with Jar Jar Binks.
Of course.
Why would you do that?
Dave, and all ears, have you ever heard the theory of Darth Jar Jar?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
it makes perfect sense. That basically, this is the theory, Dave, and I don't know if you've heard of it, Doug, and there's like loads of stuff about it on the internet, you know, like basically that the plan was that Jar Jar Binks was going to be revealed as the ultimate Sith Lord. Right?
Really?
And
honestly,
no,
I haven't heard that theory.
When you watch
this up, Danny.
No, honestly, watch it. And when you but there was such a backlash to it. I'm not saying that it happened, but this is the theory. There was such a backlash to him as a character that George Lucas ended up abandoning the idea. But if you actually watch The Phantom Menace with that idea in your head, and you see some of the things that he does, it's incredible. Honestly, if anyone's out there and like you're a bit of a film nerd, look it up.
Speaking of Star Wars, R2-D2 must have been the most vulgar character in Star Wars because everything he tried to say was getting bleeped out.
Oh, Christ!
No, it was brilliant.
I like Aliens.
Aliens, very good. Yeah. Terminator 2 by far.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mick. I'm with you. 100% brilliant film.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I see a good one here. War movies. Now, I think Saving Private Ryan was brilliant. With Tom Hanks. Full Metal Jacket, is it?
Yeah.
Platoon was good.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be 80s, though. Any sort of war movie. I mean, you know, I think Private Ryan, very good. What was it? What was the other one with Clint Eastwood, I think, was it?
Where Eagles Day.
Oh, what a film that was.
Yeah.
War movies.
Richard Burton, Clint Eastwood.
Richard Burton. Yeah, Full Metal Jacket.
I'm trying to think on war movies.
Good Morning Vietnam. Robin Williams, was it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wait, is it? I'll find it.
Platoon, yeah.
I can't think.
Spaceballs. Spaceballs.
Yeah, good one.
Spaceballs.
Classic.
Domestic Butler, fair play for popping in, bro.
See, Domestic Butler.
Yeah, later.
Cheers. Apocalypse Now. Oh, wow.
Oh, that was it. There we go. Yeah.
Wow.
What a film. So, I just wish you made films like these back in the 80s and 90s.
They wouldn't be allowed to make the films now that were made in the 80s and 90s. Are you mad?
The two are still giving was it Michael Bay more money to just explode stuff. It's like it's mad how he's allowed to get making. And one thing that, and apologies if everyone likes the Fast and Furious franchise, but for me, just no.
Never watch one of them. Never watch one of them.
1, 2, maybe them, but they're on like 9 or 12 now, aren't they?
Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, like that one. Yeah.
I never watched them. No.
Glorious Bastards. What a film.
Glorious Bastards.
What a film. Yeah.
There you go. Hacksaw Ridge. There's another probably 80s job, early 90s maybe.
No, that was a new one. That was actually one of the new ones that was actually quite decent.
Was that Clint Eastwood directed that?
What's his name?
Something to do with Clint Eastwood, wasn't it? Hacksaw Ridge.
No, Clint Eastwood was in a film called Heartbreak Ridge, which I've seen.
Heartbreak Ridge is the one I'm thinking about.
Oh, I don't know what Hacksaw Ridge is.
It's the fella that got banned, or like he got done a couple of years ago. But he was a dad. I know what you mean there, mate.
The fella on the bottom left looks like he's recording from Mountjoy.
I have no idea what that means.
Mountjoy is a prison. It's a prison in Dublin. It looks like bars behind Doug's head. You know what
right,
bars?
That's blind. It's not bars, it's blinds.
Mel Gibson. There we go. Yeah, director.
Yeah. There you go.
Nosy boy.
Arlington Road. Don't remember that. Arlington Road. Don't
Arlington
remember.
Road,
That,
never heard of
Yeah,
that.
that. I was going to mention that. That's a Tim Robbins film as well. Like an underrated 90s film. Never did nothing. They put it on like BBC late at night. Great film. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, it's about like a terrorism plot. Great. I won't reveal the plot too much if anyone wants to watch it. Arlington Road, good film.
Where eagles stare. Where eagles stare.
Yeah, great film.
I think Doug has to slop out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the wardens just come in and took a contraband phone off him.
You've just seen it on the back of his wing.
Oh,
live streaming in there.
Warhorse. I haven't seen that, even though my little girl's reading the book.
You know what? I haven't seen the film, but went to see the stage show, and it is absolutely incredible, mate. The puppeteer work on that, you're watching it, and it's just like a real horse is on stage. Well, a couple of real horses, actually, because they have a few of them. Incredible. Honestly, I've seen it, and I'd go and see it again. If anyone's out there, and
is that London, mate, or is that London?
No, it comes to Liverpool. Jack, I think it was the Empire. I can't remember which one. It's brilliant. If anyone out there is into your theatre, go watch Four Horse. Brilliant.
That's going to fuck's sake.
He's been cut off.
That's all. I think you're on the wrong search engine for looking for movies, mate.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Free Doug is trending on Twitter. Look.
Fuck's sake.
I know exactly where he's coming from, by the way. Anyway, guys, we finished the last 10 minutes with whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't mind. Whatever you want. It's Christmas. Keep it clean, though, obviously.
So we've done films, we've done food.
Cartoons, maybe? Cartoons?
Cartoons, yeah. Or like favourite players from the eras as well.
No, I'm happy to go with my cartoons. From the 80s, when I can remember, I always loved Masters of the Universe. That was me start off point. I must have had all the toys 10 times over with broken arms and legs pulled off. And then after that, Thundercats sort of took over for that, you know, that took over. So they were the two main ones growing up for me. Masters of the Universe, Thundercats.
Two top class. Ulysses 31. Do you remember him?
Not really, no.
Ulysses. Do you remember Jason the Wheeled Warriors? That was early 80s. This is early 80s.
No, I was only born in.
These are going over my head like that.
Yeah, I was 81, so it was like late 80s for me, the cartoons.
Well, guys, you can talk about cartoons you liked as kids. It doesn't have to be the bleeding 80s. You weren't even born, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Can't think.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Remember that?
Ninja Turtles and Transformers, the original one, the cartoon.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, I presume you've seen it. Have you seen the film Transformers?
Yeah.
Like, not the Michael Bay thing, the actual animated one. I was never a Transformers fan, but so many people said, you've got to watch this film, you've got to watch the film, you've got to watch the film. I watched it. Incredible. Some of the voice acting in there.
Like the cartoon one.
They've got like Orson Welles and everything doing the voices, and Leonard Nimoy, you know, Mr. Spock off Star Trek doing the voices. It's incredible. It's like a proper boss plot, even if you're not into Transformers. I never was. I watched that film, and it's a belter.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime. Wasn't that it? Was that his name?
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Optimus Prime and Megatron and all that.
Look at my son.
I'll tell you a show I used to always watch when it was on.
I remember that, John.
I think I remember that as well. Art Attack. That was one program I could never ever not watch. Was Art Attack? It was amazing.
You mean Banksy?
Yeah,
Neil Fitzmaurice.
Yeah.
Neil Fitzmaurice.
Banksy, yeah,
he's alive and well, isn't he, Neil Fitzmaurice? You know, because there's a few rumours, wasn't there, that he died, but he's alive and well.
Well, I think the rumor was Banksy, wasn't it? That he was Banksy.
Yeah, there's the rumor that he was Banksy as well.
People were saying that Neil Buchanan was.
Neil Buchanan. Sorry, I said Neil Fitzmaurice. Sorry, I don't know who Neil Fitzmaurice is.
You made that up.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, when Dan first came onto my podcast, I actually said he sounded like Neil Buchanan.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Okay.
We did this on your show, Doug, but I'll do it again. I'll cover my face up and just say, hello, welcome to Heart Attack, and see what people think. If they just, hello, welcome to this week's Heart Attack. What do people think? That Neil?
A little bit, yeah. Do you remember Heartbeat? Do you remember Heartbeat?
Yeah, Tony Hart and his little mate Morph, wasn't he?
There he is, look. Morph.
Pingu was...
Pingu?
Madness.
Oh, the penguin.
Yeah, Pingu. Madness means like... Sounds like... that's the theme music for when Everton defends in set pieces.
That's Custard, is it?
It's not already that's just tuning in now, Dave. They're like, what the...
The Cure are the best band ever. I'm sure you will all... The Cure are pretty good. You know what? This stuff cures me, baby. A few beers and I'm well sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Yeah, good, yeah.
Bands.
Record Breakers. Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, with, was that Roy Castle?
Roy Castle.
Roy Castle, yeah. Great, very talented guy, tap dance, play the trumpet.
His black and white cat.
Mark, please say everyone's seen Postman Pat dubbed over.
Yeah, of course.
Early in the morning. I've seen Rainbow dubbed over with Zippy.
Yeah.
Zippy.
Man, I can't believe Rainbow was allowed to go out like that unedited. Like some of the stuff they used to do. Like watching all the clippets and snippets now, like when you get older, like bloody hell.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
do you remember
Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Of course.
Thought it meant Ringo Starr, then Michael Angelis, who unfortunately is no longer alive.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, both very good Scousers doing that show.
Of course.
But, do you remember, even go way back, do you remember Camberwick Green?
I don't remember it, but I'm aware of it. It was like clay models, wasn't it? And,
yeah, man. He's going, and you have the fire guys, and they come down the thing.
Yeah,
they slide down.
Was that where they had Cuthbert Dibble and all that?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
I don't remember it, but I'm aware
of it.
70s.
That's 70s, by the way.
Yeah.
People are mixing it to music here, Pink Floyd and Radiohead for some reason. But anyway.
It's mad about talking about cartoons. The Simpsons, like, if you think how long that's gone on, that's amazing. Like,
I think it originally was on the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah, it was a little short segment,
show
wasn't it?
in America, and it was a little short segment. Now the animation was crap in it, if you remember, and then all of a sudden the company she worked for wanted to turn it into a half-hour, 20-minute show, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, I was going to say, Matt Groening, the creator, actually says he can't actually draw the characters anymore because they've obviously evolved so much over the years from his original. Like, he was really pretty poor, wasn't he? But now they've got so good, he reckons he can't draw them anymore.
Yeah, that's mad.
Never heard of Telebugs.
No,
never heard of Telebugs.
Teletubbies. I've heard of Teletubbies.
Yeah, Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Tubby Custard, Jack. Tubby Custard.
Oh, I've had a lot of that in lockdown, now. So yeah, new, mate. Oh, what a classic. And
Keen on Futurama.
I like Futurama. Not too bad. Yeah,
I'm not keen on it.
Oh, what was he? Wasn't another one there as well?
John Moore is heading off. He's in hospital, I think John said at the start of the show, didn't he?
Yeah,
John,
hopefully it's kept him cheered up for an hour anyway, mate. Get well, boards.
Get
well soon, mate.
Keep us updated, John, anyway. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Keep us updated.
Helen Raybould. Hey, Helen, hopefully you're well. You've missed a good show. We've been talking about the 80s, 90s, everything at this stage.
I just want to say hello, Helen.
Hello, Helen.
Hey, and she'll know what I meant by that, but that's fine.
Well,
hello, Helen. Hello,
absolute legend, every single one is. Oh, that was all the Simpsons. How they predicted everything about in chat as well. And they predicted so much in the future. Someone's definitely a time traveler there. Like, they predicted so much.
They picked the
With,
bloody
the
corona.
Simpsons.
They actually predicted the bloody coronavirus.
Is it Trump and there's so
Yeah.
many stuff he's on it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah. I did see that show actually. John Barnes is the best British rapper ever.
Well, I don't know if it's the best British
Okay.
rapper.
I don't know about that, but it was pretty good though, wasn't it? The song that he had. It
The World
pretty
Emotion
good.
song.
World
Yeah,
Emotion,
awesome, wasn't
yeah.
it?
Was pretty good, but guys, before we go, we stay on for another 5 or 10 minutes because Helen has just come in just now. We're on an hour, so we give it 5 or 10 minutes. But what should we finish it off on, guys? What do you want to finish it off on? Last 5, 10. Whatever you want.
I reckon if everyone
Anything, yeah, and you want.
Throw it out to the people in the comments.
All right, yeah, good.
Come on,
good,
give us a subject.
Okay, give us a subject for the last 10 minutes, guys. Keep it
Connor.
clean, keep it real. Connor from the Cup Council is in as well. Hey, Connor, hopefully you're well. Last 5, 10 minutes, get your questions in. Do you think we will get Ryan Gravenberch? Who's that, the Ajax 19-year-old?
Yeah, I was speaking to
What do you
Connor
think?
about this before. I think rumours and links. He was pictured a couple of months back with a Liverpool kit on, and he's very much a Liverpool fan, so he's a very good player, Ellen. And I think if he comes to Liverpool, he's 17, 18, but he's a very talented player.
I'm going to say the Watford manager.
Get sacked first.
Cisco Munoz, because Watford like to sack their managers like they have Christmas presents.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Rafa is on at Iden to nothing, isn't he? If he doesn't get off to a good start, he'll be straight up against it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Patrick Vieira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's
Crystal
got
Palace. Crystal Palace.
I can't believe
Yeah,
he's got
I
a job in
think
the
that's a
Prem.
very strange one. Could be another Frank de Boer 2.0.
Everyone's top 5 players, past and present, past and now.
That's a good one, that, John.
That's hard.
I was
That's
gonna
a
say-
hard
good
one.
one.
That's a hard one.
I was like top
I said
5.
easy questions. Easy question. Not hard ones.
Top 5 players, one in each era. If you have to pick one, you could pick anyone from outside of Liverpool as well. Your top player in every era.
Take it away, one of you if you want.
I don't know, top 5 players from the past. Right off the top of my head, I'm going to say Stevie Gerrard, John Barnes, who was like my inspiration to get into football. He was the guy in the late 80s who made me put my Thundercats toys down and my 18 toys down and start paying a bit of attention to football. So John Barnes, Stevie Gerrard, Robbie Fowler, Suarez, and
Torres.
Yeah, I'll go Torres as well. Torres, brilliant, of course.
Fernando, yeah.
Boys.
Gerrard, Xabi Alonso. Absolutely love Xabi Alonso. Luis Garcia. He drinks sangria.
He does.
Suarez. Torres. Yeah.
Yeah, Torres. It has to be in there, doesn't it? Has to be.
Top 5 for me, not in any order. Definitely, obviously, Stevie G top. Absolute legends, carried Liverpool for years. Salah, because I think for what he's done, I've absolutely loved him.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
Gerrard.
not sure about that, Helen. Sorry to cut across you, Jack.
I'm doing me top 5, lads. Kick him off.
It's like Groundhog Day. Come on, Groundhog Day.
Was it? All right, Piers Morgan. Go on, interrupt me.
I'm just saying to Helen, I'm not sure Nuno will be the first one to go. I think it'll be the Watford manager.
Yeah, it's a big task at Tottenham, innit? Yeah,
They've got no money after Tottenham, so the last thing they want to do is sack another manager and have to pay him and all his staff off. So
yeah. Right, as I go, quick one then before I get interrupted again. Only joking. Gerrard, Salah, Torres, because he made me cry my eyes out when he left, and then you learn, don't you? Never love a player as much as you do when you're a kid. So yeah, Gerrard, Torres, Suarez, Salah, and Sammy Appiah. Absolutely love Sammy.
Yeah,
Big Sammy as a kid.
Big Sammy.
Oh, Daniel Agger. Daniel Agger for me as well.
I
Absolutely love the man. Yeah.
It was a mad one the way he left his career. Like, obviously, Rodgers didn't fancy him anyway, but if he wasn't injured, I think he would have been one of Liverpool's best ever centre halves anyway.
It's so hard to pick. I mean, it's
good
like picking
husband.
favourite films, guys. It's so hard. You'll always miss someone and go, after the show, you go, why didn't I mention him or why didn't I mention that movie? So it's so hard to do, you know. But we're not going to stay on much longer, guys. I've had you over an hour. I know it's Sunday night. You just want to relax, get ready for work.
Enjoyed it, Dave. Absolutely
enjoyed it. That's good.
It's been brilliant, mate.
Listen,
I'm on holiday for 2 weeks, so
then you can stay on all night.
Yeah. Take over the reins.
Dan, we've actually had you on for an hour and 5 minutes, and we haven't had any problems with your internet. Your kids have been hanging out your ankles.
Well, what an advertisement this is for Vodafone. Vodafone have come through for me when Virgin Media let me down. So good on them.
Retweet.
We should be getting sponsoring from internet providers, Dan. There we go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right, guys, what would we finish? I always want to finish on something nice and funny, just to finish the last minute or two. What do you think? I don't want to say too many jokes because sometimes jokes can go wrong. It's not a good idea. What do we go for? Favourite? Oh, here we go now, Dan. You're in trouble.
I know. I just said it. I'm gonna have to bail. You've had the hour. My darlings have woke up, so I'll go and deal with them. I'll see you all soon, guys,
Dan,
and everyone in the comments.
Take care.
Cheers,
bro. Nice one. Danny boy, fair play to him. Check out the Mighty Reds TV. Absolute legend for coming on. I know albums weren't a big thing when you guys were younger, albums as in CDs and stuff like that. I don't know what they are now, but years ago it used to be bleeding vinyls. Your favourite album you ever had, you ever bought, album, disc, whatever, tape, whatever. Your first one. The first one you went into a music shop and bought.
Have to be,
if you know what I mean.
Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park, the 2000 album. I think I was like 5 back in the day, but like that's such, and like obviously learning the lyrics as you get older and that. But what a great album. Oh no, John. It is coming home.
It's going home. No, it's going. Football's going home. But I tell you what, they have a great chance. You have to say it, guys. I mean, Denmark and Wembley on Wednesday. It'll be a tough game, but I still think England to beat them. And it's who they get in the final. I think it'd be Italy. But I think England on the day can beat them. I really do. They're favourites in my eyes. They're favourites right now. No doubt about it. Look at their bench. Look at England's bench.
Was it when we were winning 3-4 now and you're bringing Rashford?
Bellingham. Grealish didn't even get a sniff.
Henderson come on as well. So many great players.
This is the difference between Denmark and England, though. Like Denmark, we're bringing on players from like Bristol City, Brentford, Copenhagen. Yeah. Whereas England, we're bringing on players from Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, City.
Yeah. That's the difference. That's the difference for me. I think they have an unbelievable chance, to do it. And if they don't do it now, I don't think they'll do it for a long time, because that's a great chance. Everything's falling for them. Although they've a young squad, I suppose. They'd be saying we'd be just as good in the World Cup next time. They're all young, That's
next year as well. So
what do you guys think of Jude Bellingham? I like that player, even more than the likes of Sancho and stuff. I actually think he's just...
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I loved him. I wish Liverpool, you want to believe all reports, waiting for him. But I think he went to Dortmund for guaranteed first team football.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's a massive Liverpool fan. You only have to see how much he loves Liverpool.
I like Jude Bellingham. The only thing I have with Liverpool fans is apparently they're saying that Curtis Jones should be sold, which I don't get the hate, because I think Curtis Jones is going to be one of our most important players this season.
He's not going to sell. It's not going to be sold, for God's sake.
Curtis is going to be so big in the next coming years. He's our next trend. He's a scouser. He'll run through a brick wall, but he's going to be a phenomenal player. Like when you've seen him come through the ranks, and he's got that little bit of arrogance which you need as a player.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see that. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, no, Gerrard had loads of that as well. I remember. Yeah. I know Gerrard's a better player, but he had that. You have to have that. So, guys, what do you think? Starting off against Norwich, we're just going to finish with a bit of a football chat. Norwich City, Carrow Road. I think that's a tough one because, I mean, when you're playing a team, it's their first game at home. They want to put a statement out there, obviously. Against a big team like Liverpool. Oh, yeah, it's a tough one.
I mean, obviously,
Suarez won't be there, so
I mean, obviously being Scottish, I'll obviously be keeping an eye out on Billy Gilmore.
Yeah.
I think that's a cracking signing for Norwich. I think it's a really, really good signing. I think he'll play more games than many people think he will. But yeah, the lad's got a big, big future ahead of him. So good luck to him. But I don't know. It's probably one Norwich want to get out of the way. And it's probably one that we're like, okay, it's probably one that might favour us, but we only won 1-0 the last time we were there. Sadio Mane scored, so if Norwich, the one thing that worries me with Norwich, if they don't change their ways like they did the last time they were in the Premier League, I think they'll be straight back down. Because I think Daniel Farke's a good manager, don't get me wrong, but there's a way of playing, and they attack too much, and they left spaces, and I think that's what obviously relegated them. But obviously, good lads in Norwich. I think out of the three that obviously came up, I would say Watford and Norwich will go straight back down, and I'm actually thinking Brentford will stay up. I think Ivan Toney could be the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Jack.
Norwich obviously losing Buendia. He's just signed that young lad. Well, not young anyway. Rashika from Werder Bremen to more or less replace him. He's going to be interesting to see how he comes into the Premier League. He's very pacey, very good on the ball, very agile. So if he plays, and as Doug's mentioned, I think it'll be a good game, and I'm hoping Liverpool just hit the ground running. I think we need to get players in. Any potential more players coming in, I think we need to get them in as soon as the Euros ends. Get them announced. Get all the players in pre-season.
I could be wrong, but I believe that Rashika's the first Kosovian to play in the Premier League. I could be wrong, but I think he
Kosovo,
could be.
Kosovo player. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ola. Yeah.
It's probably a bit early to be talking about it because of the fact that pre-season doesn't start till next week. We there's ins and outs to happen before we can even kick a ball on both teams. Let's be fair. So
there's going to be a lot of.
We're just touching on.
I think there'll be a lot of it. I think there'll be a lot of it. I think there'll be a lot of activity at Liverpool. I think there'll be a lot of outs. Obviously, you've got obviously Grabara going. The one that criticised Alisson, thank goodness he's away. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, son. And I think Shaqiri will be on his way, as much as I would like him to stay. Liam Muller's away to Basel, so I think there will be a few ins and outs for sure.
We need a few. We're a bit top heavy in players. Jack, how are the locals around Anfield? Any truth that they're trying to buy homes for stage 3 generation of Anfield? Do you know right about that?
My auntie more or less lives right next to Anfield, and in an ideal scenario, the people in charge of Liverpool want to buy all the houses around Anfield, just so they can expand. Ideally, they'd want a bigger car park, because the congestion in and around the ground on match days is an absolute joke. It's a disgrace. In the future, about 10, 15 years, they'll have to talk about possibly getting a train line. I know there was an old train line to Anfield in and around there, so I think in the future you will see a train from obviously Liverpool Central into Anfield, because there needs to be bigger capacity, more congestion on the roads. In an ideal world, John, I think they want to buy the houses, but it's the residents. They deserve to live there. They've lived there their whole lives, and whether it's a big football club or a big industry, they have their right.
You can't force them. Yeah.
If people don't want to leave, they don't have to leave at the end of the day. And whether Liverpool agree or disagree, that's people's homes, and people have lived there for generations. So it'd be interesting. In an ideal point of view from Liverpool, they would want to buy so many properties in and around Anfield, but it's not going to be as easy as Liverpool Football Club expect. And the way in which they've gone about stuff, Liverpool Football Club, with different stuff, whether commercially, we all know the big hoo-has they've made in terms of Liverpool as a football club. So you've got to go about it the right way, and it won't be a quick process. Just say that.
No. I thought they had to have a train line in as part of the expansion when you were talking about it last year. Do you remember that? That if you want to have a certain capacity, you have to have some sort of a tram or would you do an underground? Maybe might be a better idea. No,
possibly. I think that's the only way round it, really, because obviously there's so many roads. If you go underneath the ground,
it's far too tight.
The parking. If anyone's ever been match day, or if you're travelling outside of Liverpool into the ground, it's horrible. It's so chock a blocker.
That's the thing. That's the thing now. Like, obviously, you've got loads of taxis. Like, whenever I'm down at Liverpool, I always get a taxi to the stadium because we always it depends what time we get down there, because sometimes you can get like the 9:17 bus, the one that goes straight to Anfield. But you know that can be quite crowded at times. But I think a tram line would be probably a good idea, or even an underground.
Yeah. No, I think Alan, you're spot on there. I think that is the thinking of Liverpool and FSG, because it guarantees income. You only have to look at the Emirates. I think that makes about so much money on a match day, and I think Liverpool with the new stands, they want to put more corporate seats in. Corporate seats sell more money and probably generate the most money, and that's what, if not just FSG but every club in the Premier League, they want bigger revenue streams because they're all greedy. As us fans, it means more money supposedly to put on transfers.
Well, the other thing about it is, Jack, what people don't understand, fans, when they're giving out about FSG and spending money on players. Look at our new training facility in Kirby. I know. Like, that's a top of the range European level, world level, actually. That costs money. Then you've got the Anfield Road end expansion. Plus, you've got the top players looking to extend their contracts. That is millions. You're like Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, Fabinho. All these players on trying to extend them 2-3 years. That's like signing players for 2 or 3 years. I'm talking millions here. If we can tie them down to expansions on either end of the stadium and the players, that's where money's going, guys. But I think we'll still get 1 or 2 in on top of that. I really do.
Mm-hmm. It's about getting the right balance in it, boys, and everyone I know. The right balance, obviously bringing players in, and I think the big one was the new KB. Well, I'd say no, it's been there for a while anyway, but redeveloping the KB facility. I think that was 50, 60 odd million.
Yeah.
But if you invest in young players, get all the top talents, say the age of like 5, 10, get them to Anfield, KB. And the one big factor, you've all probably watched the documentaries in the expansion, the pictures are all visible from obviously whoever is the first team coach, obviously Jurgen at the minute. But in the future, Jurgen, I think he had a big say in terms of developing it. It's a very similar model to the way in which German clubs run. So coach can view obviously the under-10s all the way up to the under-23s and to the first team. So he's got a great view and prioritising the youth as well as buying players. I think when you've got Jurgen Klopp in it, lads, and everyone, you want, especially if he's staying in, if he signs a new contract, that's great. But nothing better than bringing the likes of a Curtis Jones, a Trent, that we've got the world's best right back for free, apart from obviously bringing him up. Imagine if you had to buy a Trent.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. One great thing about the owners, we've got to stay at Anfield.
Yeah, I think we had to. It made no sense. And I think one of the big things, if we did leave Anfield a couple of years ago, it's the atmosphere that generates within Anfield. It's the old
history. It's the history, Jack. The history. You know what I mean?
But the atmosphere in the new modern day stadiums, Dave, innit? And if you only have to, I've been to
look at Spurs. Look at Spurs Stadium, the new one,
the new modern day facilities and,
you know what I mean?
And stadiums. They don't have any atmosphere at all. None at all.
No.
Guys, I'll tell you what. We're an hour and 18 minutes. I think we'll leave it there. What is it? 10 to 9 here. It's been absolutely fantastic. Dan left earlier. Doug from Dugout Football Channel. Jack Mac LFC. This means more, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll do it again. Stay safe. Guys in the comments, wow.
Absolutely
top notch as usual. Top notch. Helen, Connor, the Cup Counts. Maybe we couldn't have you on, Connor, but we're actually going to go now. We'll get you on again, buddy. All you guys are absolute legends. Stay safe.